What's going on, everyone? So Kyrie Irving and Adam Silver's officially met today, and it went exactly how I said they would. They even used the exact verbiage I said that they would use to describe how the meeting went. So the two sides had a productive and understanding visit to work through Kyrie's steps towards returning to the Nets, per Shams. So this is exactly what Shams said. Sources: NBA Commissioner Adam Silver and Kyrie Irving met this morning, and the sides had a productive and understanding visit, paving the way for the Nets and their suspended star to work through his steps on a potential path forward. Now, here's the thing. I still don't believe Kyrie Irving will ever be a Brooklyn Net. I do not think he will play for the Brooklyn Nets ever again. Maybe he does. I just don't see it, and I don't know why Brooklyn would want him to. You know, I believe that the reason they gave the 6 criterias that Kyrie Irving has to achieve in order to return was because they know Kyrie Irving is not going to do that, and they believe Kyrie not doing that, that'll be the route, right? Well, we gave Kyrie an opportunity to come back and this, that, and the other. And look, and now you're seeing guys like Jaylen Brown came out and even said, like, you know, that those like criterias are a lot of players are really concerned about those things because, you know, it's setting a precedent, setting a standard. You know, like Brooklyn's doing something that's above and beyond, and it's not good. You know, and here's the thing. If Kyrie doesn't do that, they have to pay him. So what are their options? They're going to pay him to sit at home all year, or are they just going to waive him and buy him out and save $10+ million? And you got to keep in mind, all of Kyrie's, you know, antics and everything that he gets in trouble for isn't on the court stuff. It's all off the court stuff. And as long as the Brooklyn Nets have him on his roster, even if he's sitting at home, they're the organization that's going to have to answer for those questions. They're the organization that's going to have to deal with those. And if the Nets continue to be bad, guess what the conversation is? Why don't you guys bring Kyrie Irving back? If you're the Brooklyn Nets, you do not want to deal with this. And if you do, then you deserve everything that comes to you. You deserve all of it. And look, Joe Tsai and the Brooklyn Nets have proven time and time again that they care more about the controversy than they do about the game of basketball. Because every move that they make is for more controversy. All you hear them talk about is, you know, we just want to get back to the conversation to be about basketball. We just want the conversation. Yet all of your decisions, everything, have been nothing but controversy. The entire offseason was just drama and controversy. You had your way out. You could have gotten rid of Kyrie. You did it. You could have gotten rid of Kevin Durant. You didn't. You know, Kyrie did exactly what I said, you know, whether it was warranted or not. I said in the offseason, the Brooklyn Nets are foolish because they should have gotten rid of Kyrie Irving, because Kyrie Irving's going to do something that is going to be perceived negatively, and it's going to cause backlash, and the Nets are going to be in a worse position. I have the videos. I have it on this channel. You can go back and archive. I have called every step of the way. I've even had people in the comment sections that have been here from day one that have been like, man, you have called this spot on, because it was just so obvious. The Brooklyn Nets had their chance. They had it. Kyrie told you he didn't want to be there. Kyrie was trying to force his way to Lakers, and they didn't want to do it. They wanted to keep Kyrie Irving. And the problem is every single year it's been the same pattern. Whether it's warranted or not, doesn't matter. Kyrie Irving is just this cluster of controversy that the media drums up. And the Nets repeatedly say that they don't want that, they don't like that, this and the other. You're full of it. You had your opportunity and you blew it. And now you're getting nothing for Kyrie Irving. Now you're in a worse position than you were. The Lakers would have given the Brooklyn Nets whatever they wanted. They would have given their firstborn son, if they had to go get Kyrie Irving. And the Brooklyn Nets thought that they could make it work and they could figure it out when it hadn't worked since you put this team together. They've had one playoff series win, one, with all the talent that has came in, and now you're screwed. It's only a matter of time before Kevin Durant wants out. I mean, all of the trade talks and speculations and everything has already started. Kyrie Irving is not going to come back. He's not going to do all those things. So then what? You're either going to cave or you're going to what? You're just going to have him sit and you're going to pay him? You're going to have to pay him after the 5-game suspension. You're going to have to. We saw with the Ben Simmons thing where they tried not to pay Ben Simmons, and Ben Simmons was able to sue them for that money and then some, right? Because you have a contract. Yes, he did something, you suspended him, okay. You can't suspend him for the entire, you have to give him the right to be bought out. You don't want to buy him out, then you have to pay him. Why? Why? So you can continue to deal with the controversy? If they do not buy him out, that is proof that they do not care about the game of basketball more than the headlines. They want the headlines, and all of their actions have shown that. Ime Udoka, That whole signing and controversy. And there were reports that Adam Silvers is the reason that they might not do it, because Adam Silvers is like, hold on, time out. You just went through all this stuff and you just condemned Kyrie Irving, and now what? Now you're going to go hire Ime Udoka? There's no way. Kyrie Irving is going to the Lakers. It's just a matter of when, not if. It really is. Now, whether the Lakers go and trade for him, I hope the Lakers don't. I don't want the Lakers to trade for Kyrie Irving, because the only way you could trade for Kyrie Irving is to move Russell Westbrook. And look, I want Kyrie on the Lakers, but at this point, not for a trade. Because the problem is, if you trade for Kyrie Irving for Russell Westbrook, and he is an unreliable, right? He just does what he wants to do at times. And if Kyrie just decides he just doesn't want to play basketball or something like that, you're screwed. I do think Kyrie Irving would be on his best behavior if he went to Lakers. I really do. I think it'd be a fresh start. I think he would be fully bought in. I think he'd be fully committed. I think he's going to want to show, it wasn't just me. It was the Brooklyn Nets entirely. He's going to want to change that narrative a little bit. But if anything goes wrong for the Lakers, you're stuck. You're screwed, right? You are completely screwed. And I think Kyrie Irving going to the Lakers would be the best narrative for him. It gets rid of all of the drama, all of the controversy. There's not going to be any controversy in the Lakers getting Kyrie Irving. Everybody's talking about Kyrie Irving going to the Lakers if he gets bought out, because it's so expected, it's so planned, and everyone expects it. So there's not going to be some blow up of I can't believe the Lakers signed Kyrie Irving, blah, 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 blah. Will there be some idiot news networks or something like that? Probably, but the majority of people know if Kyrie leaves the Nets, he's going to the Lakers. The Lakers are desperate enough to where they're going to sign Kyrie Irving regardless. If you can get Kyrie Irving on a vet minimum deal, non-guaranteed, you do it. The reason I want that over trading for him, one, is because I don't think you have to trade for him. I think Brooklyn is going to have to buy him out at some point. They've been trying to trade him the last couple weeks, and they haven't, because no one's going to touch him for the reasons that I said the Lakers shouldn't trade for him, right? And the Lakers are the only team that really, truly wants him and would bring him in. And that's only because of LeBron James. I think if the Lakers didn't have LeBron James, then I think it'd be fine. And I know some people are going to be like, well, LeBron was critical, so there's no way. Kyrie doesn't, it's not like Kyrie has a bunch of options. Not like he has a bunch of places he could go. What are your options? The Lakers and deal with LeBron James, or what? And Kyrie's not stupid. He knows LeBron's just protecting his image. LeBron's bigger. He's not a basketball player anymore. He's a brand. He's a business. He has to protect his business. He has to protect his family. He has to protect everything. You don't think that LeBron and Kyrie have had a phone conversation? You don't think LeBron called Kyrie Irving and was like, hey, look, dude, I had to say what I had to say because, you know what the deal is here. And Kyrie was probably like, yeah, I get it. LeBron has said much worse things about Kyrie Irving in the past. Go look up their history. They both have said a lot of really crazy things about each other. I mean, Kyrie talked about how LeBron James is like, chaos and all this stuff. They've talked some unfavorable things, and yet, guess what? They still want to play together because they know what can become if they do it. I don't care what Kyrie does off the court. I don't care what he says. I care about what does he do on the basketball court. He come to the Lakers and give me 30 a night, 25 a night. I could care less. You could say you are the ruler of the universe. Cool story, bro. Now go get me that 30 and let's go get this championship. LeBron's the same way. Think LeBron cares what he does off the court? No. LeBron's going to cover his ass, so he's not going to, if he has to condemn Kyrie, he's going to condemn Kyrie. But Kyrie knows how this works. He's been in the NBA. He doesn't care. You think he's going to be like, oh, well, I'm just going to not play basketball because LeBron said mean things about me. Grow up. Come on, this is silly. He's going to the Lakers at some point. I just think so. Even if he doesn't come this year, he's going next year. So if you're the Brooklyn Nets, what are you waiting for? Save the $10 million and move on. Be done. Get it over with. Right? Because if anything happens, guess what? You're going to just have this same situation all over again. And at this point, you deserve it. I have been right on all these steps so far. What did I say? I said that there was going to be at some point. Granted, I didn't think it would be this early into the season, so that might be a positive for the Lakers. But I said at some point this season, the Brooklyn Nets they're one bad day away from completely imploding, right? I said Kyrie Irving's going to do something, and that something is going to cause them to implode, and it's going to be a bad, bad implosion. And guess what? So far it has been. Now, I'm telling you, what's going to happen, as I said, he's going to go meet with Adam Silver. He's going to have that conversation with Adam Silver. After that conversation's done, he's probably going to meet with the Nets sometime this week and tell them, I want you to buy me out. I want to be done. And then probably by the end of the week, sometime next week, he will either A, get bought out, or B, he's going to have a press conference, because he's going to have a press conference regardless, right? So if he gets bought out first, then what'll end up happening is the Lakers will probably say, hey, we're not going to sign you until you go do that press conference, because no team, not even the Lakers, they're not going to want to have Kyrie Irving in a press conference with the Lakers banner behind him. There is absolutely no way, because if he says or does anything, or that interview goes sideways, you're the organization that has to answer for it. So if he does a presser, I imagine it's either going to be under the Brooklyn Nets name, so if any backlash happens, it's the Brooklyn Nets have to deal with it, or it's going to be after he gets bought out, and he's just going to do it independently, and no team's banner is going to be behind him. He's just going to do an independent press conference. They're going to do that, and then the Lakers will sign him. So realistically, if Kyrie comes to the Lakers, again, this is all just a guess. I don't know this for sure. But if Kyrie comes to the Lakers, we're still probably about 2 to 3 weeks at the earliest before he actually comes. Now, maybe it gets expedited. Maybe it happens sooner. But realistically, my guess is that, he had Adam Silver's meeting, which is good. Now he's going to have to work it out with the Brooklyn Nets. They're going to have a conversation sometime this week. After they have a conversation, I believe they'll come to an agreement to buy out. They'll then engage in conversation for a buyout. And then once they come to that conclusion, Kyrie will be bought out, which will likely be sometime next week. Not this week, sometime next week, I would imagine, would be my guess. And then it'll probably be a couple days to a week before he does the press conference, and then the Lakers will pick him up. Not just that, but you have to wait for, if he gets waived, depending on what happens, you have to wait for physicals, waivers, all that stuff. So I think we're still about 2-3 weeks away from Kyrie being a Laker, but I do think he's going to be a Laker. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I want to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments section below. What do you think? Do you think Kyrie's coming to the Lakers? Do you think he stays with the Nets? Do you think he just doesn't play basketball? Whatever you think, good, bad, ugly, somewhere in between, let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments section below.